my God, I just noticed this glass just broke. What in the... That's gonna be expensive to fix. Bro. Welcome to another ride along with me. I have been doing this for several years now. I'm a fix and flipper. I'm an investor here in Houston. I own 30 rental properties. I have 7 flips that I manage right now, plus a new build development that we're working on as well too. And I'm a full-time physical therapist. I have my doctorate degree in physical therapy, work 60, 70 hours a week. I am a community leader as well for a community called Sub 2 here in Houston, and put on so many events. We put on a most recent event this past weekend on Saturday, where we had everyone come to our fix and flip project, and I gave away how much it costs to renovate the house, all the material costs for everything. If you want to go back, watch this YouTube video from the past week on how we broke down the cost of everything. Phenomenal YouTube video. It's a lot of wealth and knowledge. We spent like 4 hours just estimating rehab budgets, going through all the rehab budgets. And so that was really, really fun as well too. Afterwards, we went to go walk another house that we're potentially gonna get under contract. We're still negotiating that one a little bit, so I won't disclose the address yet. We may or may not get it. That's the business. You know, you just gotta keep looking at properties. In today's market, you have to continue to put in offers on properties because you never know what you're gonna get. This part of this ride along, we're gonna check on projects. I have 2 projects I gotta check on, and then on a couple other projects that I just gotta pop in and out on. I wanna see exactly where we're at on the rehab, and then I wanna plan out the rest of the week. A lot of the times when you're managing multiple projects, you cannot just react to certain things. You have to get ahead of certain projects as well too. So in this case, we're a couple of days away. I'm gonna take some pictures, throw it into ChatGPT so I can get some inspiration for landscaping stuff. And then also too, in regarding to virtual staging, we'll take some pictures, get some ideas about virtual staging, depending on what we're gonna look at for that as well too. I'm super excited. This flip's gonna do really, really well. We got this one on the market on the MLS. We found this house literally on the MLS. It was on the market. We found it, it got listed. Within 5 days, we put in an offer, and then 3 days later, they accepted our offer. So this one was listed for $175. We got under contract for $125. We're putting about $55 into rehab on this, and we're planning to list it at like $260, $265-ish. It's in a phenomenal part of Katy, Texas. It is a beautiful project. It's a 4, 2.5. Come walk it with me, and that way we can see if we have anything that we need to work on, and you'll catch it with me live. Let's see how we do. So as we get started here, one little thing to keep in mind is that never keep your lockbox code the exact same every single time. Because when you have day laborers, painters, HVAC guys, and you have the same lockbox code throughout the whole project, they're gonna come in and break in. So my contractor already knows to change the lockbox code every like 2 weeks or so, just to kind of keep it changing, keep it a different code. You know, we have an ongoing like Google Sheet that refreshes, and he's always changing the lockbox code. He could change it to whatever number he wants, and I'll always have access to it on that Google Sheet. So as you get started in these projects, it's always smart to always change the lockbox code, because you never know who's gonna look at your house or break into your house or do something that they shouldn't be doing. So it's a good little tip. All right, we're back. Welcome to another ride along. I'm here at my Katy flip. It is a beautiful project that we're looking at. There's some drone footage of how beautiful this thing looks. We are close to the finish line. We're about 3 or 4 days away. Dumpster's about to get hauled off tomorrow. Landscaping is gonna be done in the next couple of days or so. We just gotta wait for the rain to kind of fall out a little bit. As you walk in, there is completely brand new flooring throughout, new baseboards, new paint, new wall, new texture, new paint throughout. You have all recessed lights. The kitchen is brand spanking new. Brand new countertops, brand new kitchen cabinets, brand new backsplash. With our projects, when we flip them on the market, we actually put appliances in there, brand new appliances. We have stainless steel appliances and also a refrigerator as well too. It just adds character and value. And our signature piece as well too is you have this beautiful, lovely fireplace. It's a massive fireplace. It's got an electric fireplace in there. It's really, really good. I have one at my own personal house as well. They do really well here in Houston. You need them maybe once or twice a year, but when you have one, it is so phenomenal and it does really, really well. Aesthetically pleasing as you walk into this house. It's a big living room. You have your own individual dining room area. Phenomenal, phenomenal flip. So already I caught a couple of things as I walked in. You can kind of see some of the drywall is kind of falling apart and it's damaged a little bit. So I'll mark that, let my contractor know, hey, by the way, there's some damaged stuff here. Again, simple touch-up stuff. Like this is tiny stuff that we just got to work on. It's nothing too crazy. It's super simple, super easy. He's has some leftover materials here. There's some like small little detail work that needs to be just touched up on. Nothing too crazy. It looks like blinds are already in. So we're pretty much already done at this project. I love how big this living room is. I mean, it's a massive living room, massive floor area. The fireplace is my favorite. This is the best part of the house. Good little fireplace. You have this breakfast or this little bar area, which is really, really cool, really neat. They just put some custom shelves up in there as well too. Made it look really nice. You have a nice little dining area right there. So I love the fact that on all of our projects, we actually put all new electrical outlets throughout all of them. They just all match. I hate seeing flippers where they have outlets in there and they're just different colors and it's just not very good. This is an older style, older design that we're doing. We're not doing this flooring anymore. We're doing a more modern flooring, which is really nice. And then backsplash, we're gonna change out the grout a little bit. This just was a little bit outdated, not too bad. They just installed this vent hood, which is really nice. So most of these products are on Amazon. If you guys ask me, send me a message on Instagram at sub2drew and I can send you like our Amazon checkout list. I get a little bit of a kickback from Amazon. If you guys use that, it's a simple sheet, super easy. If you guys want access to that, where we spent money on the pools, where we spent money on all this stuff. So simple and easy. When I got started flipping, I wish I had that instead of trying to watch videos to figure out exactly what people were using and try to match it. Just better just to get somebody that has that. Okay, let's keep going. So my business partner loves painting his doors red. So if you see most of our projects, you'll see all of our doors that are gonna be painted red. It just stands out. It makes everything look really, really nice. I think it's awesome to paint the door. It's not the end of the world, so if people don't like it. Let's go to the backyard. Last time, I don't think we saw the backyard in this house. Let's take a look at this backyard. Smaller backyard, but for Katie area, nice and quiet. Super simple backyard. Last time we were here, all that should have been installed. So all new siding throughout. Really, really nice. This just got installed recently. Electrical. Usually electrical is the last thing to get installed. The finishes. Get everything uploaded and installed right there. Another thing that we did do, because these are unique stairs, and a lot of times we don't really overthink it. We're not trying to like reinvent the wheel. We literally just painted these stairs. Just painted them, made them look really nice, aesthetically pleasing. Nothing too crazy on the stairs. Again, the rail, you could have gone and spent $3 grand on a brand new rail. At this price point, it doesn't really make a difference. I mean, I see investors do it all the time, but the reality is it doesn't really make too much of a difference. I gotta take my shoes off. I'm making some marks and my team's gonna get pissed, so take the shoes off. I don't wanna make a mess. Here we have a half bath down here, so everything's pretty much done. Vanity, mirror, and then we don't put a light up here. So if you do put a light up here, you can, but it's just so much easier just to put a recessed light. It brightens it up. I mean, if you can see, we're in the middle of the day. You brighten it up. It's super simple. It looks kind of basic. Some people don't like it, but honestly, this is what new builds are doing. So I'm just gonna copy and paste what new builds are really doing. So if you put another light up there, what you're gonna have to do is, because the older light is off-centered to the new ones, you're gonna have to ask the electrician to move the box over to the side, mount it, rough it in, and then install it right there so everything can line up with the kitchen sink and with the cabinets as well too. Sometimes you'll see it to where it's offline because they just didn't catch it early enough. So that's a little tip for you guys. If you don't want, just remove the recessed light, just completely remove it, add a can light up there. It just makes your electrician's job easier. And it just makes everything flow a little bit more simple. It's not something that I created. I just saw it in new builds. Big master. Everything is pretty much, the flooring was here last time. Baseboards were here. The only thing that wasn't here that I just got to check on is the glass door. Glass door was installed recently in this massive bathroom. So glass door was installed recently, and They did a pretty good job. I saw pictures of it. I've used this guy multiple times. I always have him test it, send me a picture of it. It takes him like half a day to install this, so pretty good. Usually I'll have people send me pictures before I pay them because I don't want to just pay them and not be done the way that I want it or the standard that I want. So I usually don't pay people until I actually, so I see the product. So I send him half of the invoice when he sent me pictures, then I came out and physically inspected it. Because if I pay him the whole thing, then he's gonna, never come back and fix things that I want him to fix. So that's another little tip for you guys. Don't pay your contractors all the way. And also too, I've worked with this guy multiple times, so he knows me really well. Battling a cold here. He knows me really well. I've worked with him multiple times, and he is one of those labor guys that he trusts me. I trust him. If he does something, even if I pay him, I know for sure he's going to come back and fix it, just because I've done business with him for so many years now. So, and that's another good little tip. If you find good workers, even if they increase their prices, at the end of the day, like if they're giving you good work and it's at a good affordable price, it's good to kind of keep it. Upstairs, we always put carpet. Again, I'm not really checking on much here because all this I checked on last week. Everything's pretty good. Ran the AC a couple of hours ago just to check to see if it's working, and it's working really good. No issues with the AC unit. Bathroom right here, they're pretty much done with the bathroom. They just installed these things. Sometimes they'll install them crooked, and I'll really get upset with that. So I actually usually get my contractors to make sure that they don't install this crooked. These as well too. Basic shower. A shower like this, cost-wise, should cost you like $2,500, labor, materials, and install with everything. So if you're getting paid, they're charging you $4 to $5 grand per bathroom like this, you're definitely overpaying. And that's just with years of experience, things that we've been working on. And we make a template for the contractors as well too. It's not like they're creating everything right off the bat. We give them templates on what to do. It just makes it so much easier for them to work on. Bedroom number 2. This is bedroom number 3. Super simple, easy project. We were in and out of this house relatively quickly when we were working on this house. Problem with this house is that the contractor was on vacation, which is fine. It took a couple extra time longer to do something, so I wasn't too mad about it just because I've worked with this guy in the past, so I knew he'd get his stuff done. So makes everything easier when you have everything templated out, and just makes it simple. This is an easy project, so I'm gonna take you guys on a ride along every single week. Stuff that I check on, updates on projects that I have as well too. And then if you have any questions up in the chat, if you have any questions, put them in the comments, and I'm gonna answer every single question as I can. A lot of the questions that we get usually is, how do we manage so many projects? And the reality is it just takes time to build a team, and you have to really have the education, the knowledge. That's why I'm doing this, to give you guys the education, the knowledge on what should happen, what's something that you should be really upset about and nitpicky about, because that's what buyers are upset about and nitpicky about. And then also like what's okay to kind of just, the reality is like contractors are people too, like you cannot hope and pray that these contractors are always there. They're not going to care about your project as much as you do. So you have to always show up. You have to always, show up. You have to be the best supervisor for yourself. And at the end of the day, like, contractors are not going to care as much as you do. So you have to work extra days. You have to work extra hours. And if you do it, it'll be worth your while. But if you don't, then it's going to be tough to succeed in this business. If you think that every contractor is going to have your best interest in heart every single time, the reality is that's not always going to happen. So it's little things like that you just got to kind of be aware of and have some education about. So now I got to go 45 minutes up north. I got to go to my next project. That's out in Conroe. Got to check on that one. And that one's finishing up as well too. So we're listing this one, and we're also listing that Conroe house this week. So I got to get both of those ready for pictures, and watch me while I go for a 45-minute drive, which takes like 10 seconds in the YouTube world and takes me 45 minutes. So we'll see you guys. Just pulled up to the house here. This is a pure definition of no one cares about your job site. No one cares about your project more than you do. I took the dumpster yesterday, and look at how much trash is just left around. They just said, screw it, that's not my problem. Let me just leave it like here. So now, your boy has got to pick it up. But Andrew, it's not your job to pick up stuff. Andrew, you should pay somebody to pick stuff up for you. Why should you have to pick it up, Andrew? You know who says that? Investors don't really care about their projects. You have to care about your projects more than the next person. Because if you don't, this could happen. And imagine we're trying to raise money on a deal. And I tell my private money lender, hey bro, go check out my project. It's cool. It's nice. It's in good shape. And they pull up to this, pull up to this ugly thing. How we doing, Bubba? You must smell my doggy. Oh no, I guess. Oh look, it's a Longhorn fan. I love it.
Oh yeah.
You raised him right.
Baseball game tonight. So are you the one flipping this house?
I have a landscaper coming this week, so have him work on that project. And then I have a guy that's gonna come pick up all that stuff in the dumpster. So just gonna get an idea of what I need the landscaper to do here. So that way I can make sure I'm on the same page with him. So I'm gonna send him some videos of what I think he should do. And then he can give me a price on it. Just got a new window in there, or a new AC condenser unit in there. So that's really nice. Brand new unit. What I don't like is that this is see-through. So we gotta put some sort of a tint covering over this. Cover that up. Also gotta figure out what my landscaper can do back here. I think trim this stuff off. Cut. So let me just cut the grass right here. It'll look nice. Back here looks nice. Can't complain. Looks good. Good little house on a great lot. Can't complain. Once we get landscape in, once we get mulch, once we get all this filled up with dirt, looks good. House looks good. Still got to pressure wash this. Get this stuff up and going. Whew. Kind of wore me out a little bit, not gonna lie. All right, this house I got landscaping stuff that I got to look at. Text those pictures to the landscapers. Figure out how much all that's gonna cost. Get a quote on all that. Get a picture of the stuff in the garage. Make sure I get all that stuff done. But let's look at the progress of this house. This is essentially a final product. We got a couple little nitpicky things we got to work on, but let's look at it. This house has turned out so spectacular. Got a mini blind that I had ordered. I had ordered the wrong size last time, so that just came in. And then these ugly, nasty little things are basically gonna go to the trash because they are old. We got new ones, replaced them with new ones. And I got a punch list of things that I gotta look at. I gotta walk through the house, make sure everything is nitpicky, perfect, and good, and we don't have any issues. If I have a list of things, that way I can bring the contractor out for one more day and then not have to bring them out 2 days, because that'll be a pain in the butt. Other than that, just checking on progress, working on a couple of little things, nitpicky stuff that I really wanna work on. As an investor, you're always learning with different projects, different things. This project we learned as far as the new crew goes, give them supervision, but also be on top of them a little bit early on, and then make sure they have a consistent plan. So that's where we failed as investors. We didn't really give them a consistent plan throughout, and so that's where we could always improve on as far as like just being there for our team and stuff like that. So I got to work on that, got to get better at that, always improving on that. So as far as punch list items for today, got to make sure that a couple of things were installed correctly. There were some issues with the house last time I was here, so I got to make sure that that's fixed and addressed. If there are any other issues, I got to just address them and add them to my contractor list as well too. Most of the times, I got to think 5 or 6 days ahead. So if landscapers come in, the dumpster guys come in, the cleaners are coming, I got to get everything ready for pictures on Tuesday or Wednesday, so that way photos can get taken and we can list this on Thursday and then have the weekend to kind of show it. So that's ideally the goal and the expectation with this. House is turning out spectacular. They do have to add some shelves here, which again, this is part of the process, is like you just didn't, and again, it's always our fault as investors. It's never the contractor's fault. You can't say, hey contractor, I told you to do this. You always have to remind them. So there should be shelves right here that should be installed, and they're not. Oh my God. I just noticed this glass just broke. What in the hell? That's gonna be expensive to fix. You don't know you're beautiful. Bro, you want to invest in houses that have golf course view? This is the result. Literally somebody drove into this glass and broke the glass right there. What is going on? Well, that's going to be expensive to fix. I need to put like a freaking big thing there to block it. These guys are driving from right there. Literally happened over the weekend. Well, so of course now I got to deal with this problem. Oh, I got to call my glass guy and see if he can replace it. It's just a single pane, so I don't think it should be that expensive. But dude, we're literally about to list this thing. And now I got to deal with this. Well, it won't affect pictures. We're just gotta get it addressed in the next couple of weeks, which is a good thing actually, because if you think about it, like if this were something that's gonna like cause problems during the listing, I would take pictures and just avoid this area, so that way it doesn't show it, that way it doesn't slow me down from listing it. The fact that it's a window and it's a cracked window and it's not really creating any chaos in the house, allows me to get like 4 or 5 bids on the house on this specific window, which will allow me to lower the price. If I have to only get 1 bid and it's got to be done like tomorrow because it's slowing something down, that's a concern for me, because then I'm gonna have to pay a little bit more. In this case, it's kind of hidden in the corner. I barely saw it, honestly. Barely caught my attention, but it gives me the ability to give me like 4 or 5 quotes so I can get the price down as much as I can. So if you have a good little tip for people that are listening, is that like when you're out there and you're trying to get bids on stuff, get 4 or 5 different bids and try to get people to go as low as they can on the specific bid. For us, it's a volume game, it's a relationship game as well too. If I find somebody that does me good work and they're responsive and they're fast and they respond quickly, like it'll allow me to continue to use them. So that's just another thing that I got to add to my list of things that I got to do this week. So not a big problem, just a couple little things that I got to deal with. But other than that, let's look at this project. Let's look at a couple of little things that I really, really like and enjoy. about this house and enjoy the rehab, because I'm not really gonna get a budget like this anytime soon, meaning that we're not gonna be able to spend this much money on a lot of projects, which is a good thing. So walking in, we obviously spent money on, we usually do a signature fireplace, floor to ceiling fireplace, make it nice and make it neat. This, we went with a little bit of a different type of style on it. It looks really, really good. I like it a lot. Again, we don't really have a dining room little light like that. We usually just put like little, just light fixtures, recessed lights, but added that fixture on there, made it look nice and easy. Honestly, I just could have put a can light up there, made everything a little bit easier. But again, just wanted to create the aesthetic of a dining room area. At this price point, it doesn't cost much to do it. Kitchen came out spectacular. I love the style. I love this veining. I'm very obsessed with it right now. It is very expensive than what we normally pay, so I can't get too used to it. But the wood floors looks, or the LVP looks really nice with this. Again, we got this LVP for like $1.60 a square foot, which is really, really inexpensive, and it looks really, really nice as well too. Everything else is pretty standard other than the height of our cabinets. Cabinets went a little bit higher, but everything else looks just aesthetically just looks so perfect. It all went well together, which I really, really like. This kitchen turned out spectacular. Baseboards are really good. I like the tall baseboards. They're my favorite as well. Really inexpensive baseboards, honestly. You spend another $100 on higher baseboards, higher end baseboards, it just looks a little bit nicer. In my opinion, it just looks nicer. Here's the master. Nothing really changed much here from last time we were here. The thing that did get installed is the glass door right here. So glass door right here just looks really, really nice. We didn't really put like a door because this was the initial design that we went with. We just wanted to put a glass there because it's already a drop down rain ceiling. So it just makes it so much easier. So you just put that, and then they can enter the shower through here, through the side or through the back. It's gonna be perfect. People are gonna love this. Or they're gonna hate it. Let me know in the comment section. Do you guys love this or hate this? I freaking think it's a bad A. Like, having just a shower on like that, I guess. Look at this. Dude, tell me that's not cool. Just so epic. And we went a little bit of an upgrade, adding this big mirror right here. Nowadays, these things are a little bit less expensive. I think it's like $250 for a mirror like this. Again, the aesthetic of this bathroom just looks really, really nice. Oh, they didn't change that one out. Gotta make sure we get that one changed. Big mirror. What's up? The mirror is also anti-fog as well too, which is really, really nice. You don't fog up in here when you shower. Big walk-in closet as well too. The walk-in closet is just, to me, is really what's gonna sell this house too. Just so many spaces to put stuff. Really, really convenient, really nice. And again, of course, you can't harp on it too much. Every freaking room you walk into has a view of the golf course, which is why people live here. I mean, look at that. The neighbor literally has a putting green over there. Like, this is why people live here. They want to be in this area. It's a phenomenal area. Again, I'm super happy with the end product. Just looks really nice. All right, let's go upstairs. Let's go check on some stuff. And then we have a half bath down here, which I'm very obsessed with. I mean, it just looks like a normal bath, but then when you add this light here, it just makes it pop, dude. I mean, it's just, nothing gets better than that. Again, we match the quartz in here as well too with that vein. It just looks so good. Upstairs, we put carpet. It's our standard. Nothing too crazy up here. Nothing's really changed. Carpet was installed. This is a pretty much done product. This is the bedroom that we added in here. This is actually the coldest room in the house, believe it or not. This thing is freezing cold in here. Really nice. So one thing to keep in mind is, so this is like the ceiling height right here. Ceiling height is kind of right here. So about 3 feet away to my left here is where the wall kind of ends and it slants. So as long as 3/4 of the room is more than 5 feet in height, you can count this square footage as a bedroom, technically. That's what an appraiser told me. So this is technically a bedroom. You have a window here. You have a closet as well too, although that technically is not an egress window. So we're gonna see what the appraiser calls it, but this could be a bonus room, a flex room. If it looks like a bedroom, quacks like a bedroom, it's pretty much a bedroom. That being said, they may not count it. It's not gonna hurt our appraisal much, but people are gonna use it as a bedroom. Again, when you walk in here, you just see beautiful, beautiful access to the golf course, another bedroom there. Here's another bathroom that just looks spectacular. I'm obsessed with this bathroom too. And this tile just adds more, it just changes the mood here. I like it. I like it a lot. Doesn't really do anything to the design of the house. Again, when people are gonna wanna come and stay in this house and buy it, they're gonna look at a couple of things, and really the design choices that we made were spectacular. And 60, 70% of that was our decision on our team side, which we decided to change things up a little bit, which when you get a project like this, you have to, just the area is gonna look really nice. The area is gonna make it look really nice. And then just adding the location is phenomenal. We got it downstairs. Imagine yelling at our kid there, hey, go get me a beer, bro. I don't drink, but Anyway, that concludes my day. I have a couple calls with some PMLs today. On my way home, I can record those as well too. If the PMLs give me permission to put them on the schedule, or I can record them. I'll record that conversation if you want. If this video gets, I would say 25 likes. If I get 25 likes on this video, then I will post those conversations with, or you know what? I'll do something even better. If you message me on Instagram and say PML calls, what I'll do is if you say YouTube PML calls, message me on Instagram at sub2drew, message me on Instagram. I'm not gonna charge you for any of this stuff. I wanna give it away for free, but I want you to take action in all of this. So message me on Instagram at sub2drew and send me a message that says PML calls. That's all you gotta do. And I will send you the recordings to these PML calls. I'm gonna have I have an hour drive home. I scheduled 5 PML calls. We're trying to raise 100 grand on our next project right now. And these 5 people raised their hand and said, hey, I want to lend you deals. I call them. I see if they're a good fit. I see if they're ready, if they have the capital ready, if they need better education. I will give them the resources that I can to have that. I'm constantly raising money. The last lender that I lent money to, she's now building new build development here in Houston. So we educate people. We like to help people. I like to say you got to learn while you earn. And if you're a lender, if you have between $50,000 and $100,000, message me on Instagram, invest as well too, and let's have a conversation. We may not be a good fit. I may not be a good individual for you, but I want to lend money on. I want to lend on deals for people that have capital to lend on, and also more than anything that they want to learn. Like I want to teach people this stuff. I don't want to just do it for free. I don't want you to lend me money and do it. I want you to actually learn. So most of my lenders, they'll get a flipping class that I work with. They have to lend between like 50 and 100 grand, 10% interest, annualized, simple, easy, but then they actually get to learn education. So imagine you want to go spend 40 grand or 20 grand on a flipping course. Awesome, do that. Go spend money on mentorship. There's a lot of mentorships that are really good. Versus my logic is I want to make money with you. So you lend me the 50 to 100 grand. I'll give you a 10% interest rate, annualized over a whole year. And you can learn as much as you can. My best case study is I had a lender out in Washington. They loaned us about $500,000. They made 60, 70 grand over that course of a year and a half, lending us money. She just did her first flip and she closed on it, made 90 grand after flipping it. She learned all of our resources. She learned where we got material, how we negotiated contractors, how we ran comps. She learned the whole process. After finishing that, you know what she told me? She's like, I want to give you back the money because I don't want to be a flipper anymore. It's not for me. I loved it. I learned the lessons, but I don't want to deal with golf balls going into my windows because this is not a business model that I want to do. So she went back to lending. She's now a lender with us as well too. So you may like it, you may love it. Worst case scenario, I lend all on first lien position. I don't put you in a second lien position. Most of it's first lien position, depending on how much capital you have. Now this house, we needed like 200 grand. So we had 3 lenders on this deal. The one that has the most money is going to be in first lien. Second lien is the second most money, and the third lien. So it's the more amount of money that you have, the more secure that you're going to be in. But I mean, we're all into this deal at like 250 or 275 probably. I'll call it 275. We're going to list this for almost $400,000 house, right? So like there's still wiggle room in place. Like, so I always tell lenders, when you lend on deals, you always have to lend with the best operator in place. Most people that are going to be watching this, they don't have capital. They don't have access to capital. Like they want to get into flipping. And I'm a big believer in JVing with people like that. So if you have deals here in Houston, send them to me on Instagram. I'll look at them. I'll underwrite them. There's different things that we can do to maybe JV and work together in the future. But until then, continue to go do deals. Let's make money in 2026. This is a series that I'm going to do for ride-alongs every single week. I'm going to do it. I'm going to show you guys what I'm working on. It's probably taking me an extra 45 minutes or an hour out of my day to do something like this. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Like, subscribe, comment one thing that you want me to continue to do. If you're learning stuff, if you want to learn more about different things, let me know and I will teach it to you. To the best of my ability, I will teach it as much as I can. Let's close some deals, let's make some money, and let's do it. Bye.